Welcome to Greater Westtown Training Partnership. My name is Doug, and I'm the lead technical instructor with the Woodworkers training program here at Greater Westtown. And in the next 10 or 15 minutes, I'm going to share some information about both of our vocational training programs and hopefully inspire you to learn more and to reach out to us and come visit us in the coming weeks for the two training programs that we are currently recruiting for. So we have a shipping and receiving training program and a woodworking training program. And you can look at our video section and you'll see presentations about both of those programs if you want to get more detailed information. The best way to learn about us is to come out and see us in real life. And we're hoping to be able to do that real soon. So our contact information is scrolling by at the bottom of the screen there. And you can reach out to us however is convenient for you. To get started in this conversation about job training. So maybe you or someone that you know is interested in getting a job, getting back into the workforce, getting a better job, and that's why Greater Westtown is here. Greater Westtown Training Partnership, we call ourselves a partnership. We are a partnership between the community and local industry, and we work in two sectors in the industry, in the employment field in Chicago, woodworking, wood products manufacturing specifically, and shipping and receiving logistics. So the idea is to look at the needs of the community. And one thing that we found out is that people don't have a lot of time to devote to going to school. You need to get a job right away. And if you're lucky, you can invest some time in increasing your skills and getting some education, but we know you don't have an unlimited amount of time. So our programs are short term. Shipping program is 12 weeks, woodworking is 15 weeks. So the idea is in about 3 months, you'll be able to come in, get a good foundation of skills, get job placement assistance, and get out and get started working. So in whatever field you choose. The other thing we know is that people don't have a lot of money to spend on school, especially these days. All of our programs at Greater Westtown are provided at no cost. So programs are designed for low-income Chicago area residents, so Chicago and the nearby Cook County area. And if you're eligible based on your income, and this is not something I can explain really in a couple minutes, but typically if you haven't been working or you're receiving some type of public benefit, then you are likely eligible for the program at no cost. Certainly that's something you want to reach out to us so we can have a little more detailed conversation about that. But no cost means no cost. No loans, no fees. Everything that you need is provided for you here in training, whether it's the shipping program or the Woodworkers training program. So both of these programs are no cost, short term, and also high impact. High impact because in this community business partnership, we are constantly looking at what these jobs require. We have employer partners who work with us, constantly updating and validating our curriculum so that we're teaching the skills that are in demand so that you're able to get into one of these in-demand jobs, whether again it's in the wood products manufacturing or shipping and receiving logistics field. So short term, no cost, high impact. And the other high impact that we have is due to the fact that job placement is built into training. So we don't train you and then send you off to find a job. We train you, and then towards the end of training, in the final third of training, we're starting to look and match you with potential employers in the industry. So we have employer partners come out, we'll present, we'll talk to students on site, we'll set up interviews for you to go out and take a look at a job. But we definitely work with you through that process. A couple of things that the programs have in common. Both have a very strong basic skills component. And the idea being that we know that regardless of what job you go into, math and language skills are going to be critical to your success. And for us, success is not just getting that job, but keeping that job and being able to move up on that job. This is what we're really after as a community development organization. That's what employers want. I think that's what you want. So that's what we're looking at. So the idea is a foundation of math and language skills. And regardless of what level you come in with, we are going to work with you to build those skills. And we have some very gifted basic skills instructors who are going to take you from wherever you are and challenge you to increase those skills. And if you say, oh, math is not my thing, well, you haven't had a math class taught by one of our instructors. And also, once you have math in context, right, you have a job, you have a task, and you have math you need for that task, you're gonna, it'll be pretty painless. You're gonna realize right away that this math is just another tool that you'll need and that you could develop very easily, especially in the context of the training. So the first kind of third of training, we spend a lot of time with basic skills instruction, math, and language. But the programs both are hands-on from the start. So in the shipping and receiving program, you're going to get out into the warehouse. You'll be working with all types of forklift equipment, material handling equipment. You'll be creating inbound and outbound orders and freight, organizing warehouse. So this is organizing the warehouse is very hands-on curriculum from day one, really. And in the woodworking shop, the same thing. Behind me, you can see some typical student projects. We start out with some very basic projects that we build, working up to a more complicated, comprehensive project in the shop. So very hands-on as well. So you have this foundation of basic skills, kind of classroom skills, plus the hands-on component in the shop or the warehouse. Along the way, all the other technical skills are going to be provided for you. So in woodwork, for instance, everything that we build starts out as a drawing. So print reading, understanding, interpreting drawings is part of the program. Precision measuring as well. So, and shipping, all the parallel skills that you would need are also provided, including in both programs, safety, operating, working around the equipment and the machinery and in the particular environments that we work in the training program and then in the job. So I don't want to say too much myself. I have a couple of videos that I'd like to share. So we're going to hear first from a shipping and receiving graduate. He's going to tell you a little bit about how he came to learn about the program and his experience here. In just a couple minutes, you'll kind of see the whole range of what happens here at Greater Westtown. You'll see him at work in the warehouse. So I have that queued up here. We're going to switch over to that right now and take a look at Ray Hightower's.
I had just got out the penitentiary, and my goal was to get out and to get a job. I don't have no work history. So for me to get a job, I was thinking like, okay, I can put in for this and I can have something to show for me trying to get a job. Like I have a background of some skills or something. So that was one of the things that made me want to get into the class. Once I got here and they told us about the class and I registered, so like it was little things we had to do, like bring our ID if we was on link or whatever, like certain things you had to, requirements to get into the school. So then I had to come up here and register some more, and they had to tell me what I need to bring to get in and what day to come back. It was an exciting day because I was like going to trade school and start working because I'm 43. I've never had a job, so like that was something like that I had, not a bucket list, but a goal once I got out. When I completed the program, I was working like the next week or two. Mr. Molina and Mr. Rio had called me to the school, and when I got here, they was telling me about a job, the job that I'm actually working at now, Albany Steel and Brass. They sent me up there, I did the interview, it was perfect. By the time I make it back to the school, I told them what happened. I left. About an hour later, they called my phone and was like, you got the job. He was like, when you want to start? I was like, I can start tomorrow. So I had started the next day. Almost everyone that I know that took the class in our class, we all still working. Actually, the same jobs that we started after we graduated.
Sorry if I cut him off there a little bit at the end, but he's still working with Albany Steel and Brass, the company, a very local company that he was placed with and doing really well. And that gives you a little idea. You saw Ray actually there in our shipping and receiving warehouse. So we have recreated a warehouse very much like a workplace. And this is true of the woodworking shop as well. So both of our both our shop and our warehouse are designed to really recreate the experience of going to work. And this way, that's another way that we have high impact on placement, is that you're coming here and you're experiencing everything in terms of the equipment and the safety protocols and the procedures that you would then experience on the job. So now I also want to share some of the experience of one of our woodworking students, and I'm going to cue that up and we'll take a look at that next. And you'll get an idea again of what our students experience here in training. So let's hear from Gustavo next.
I like making things, I like working with my hands. And all these hands-on training is like from scratch, where you could start fresh if you don't know something, but you could also keep on experiencing what you want to in this school. When I got into this program, it just gave me more knowledge and accessible things to do with all that education that comes with it. You start off with the hands-on training, making a couple of things from the beginning as a box to later on anything else that comes along with that project. Every little measurement you take counts, so you got to pay attention and do everything you have to do to get a nice fine piece of art. At the end, you could literally say, oh, I made that. And it looks so beautiful that, you don't want to give it up. You want to just take it home. I'm happy with what they have taught me. New things that I didn't even know before, even as a carpenter and woodworker.
So that was Gustavo, and alongside him, you saw Tanisha working, and they were putting together a cabinet, actually very similar to this cabinet here, which is one of our comprehensive projects. So students do a range of smaller projects, and then about halfway through training, we do a more complex project that allows us to come back and revisit a lot of skills, get you a lot of practice. The idea is getting you a lot of practice so that you really walk out into the industry with a lot of confidence and a really solid foundation that you can build on. And this is true for woodworking and shipping and receiving. The programs are designed kind of on the same model. Look at employer input in terms of the curriculum so that we're teaching relevant skills, and then really tailor the instruction to the needs and the varying levels of our individual students from the community. So that's a quick overview. I just want to mention the industry a little bit in terms of woodworking is probably less well understood. Woodworking is really known as a great hobby. Some people took woodworking in high school. There are unfortunately not too many places to learn woodworking anymore, but it is really an interesting industry. And for us, behind me, obviously, you can see a bunch of different wood products, things that you would have in your own home, furniture, cabinets, maybe musical instruments, picture frames. But also think more broadly about all of the built-in type of woodwork, windows, doors, standing and running trim, flooring, the big category known as architectural millwork, anything that's kind of built into a building. There's big shops that produce architectural millwork in Chicago. And then also think about things like exhibits, displays, museum exhibits, theater and television, filming sets. There's all kinds of related industry that our woodworking students are qualified for leaving the program. Shipping and receiving, I think, is what you saw Ray driving a forklift, but I really want you to understand that it's much more than just forklift operation. And in fact, probably more of our students go into positions where they're doing computerized inventory control and order picking, and forklift operation is maybe just a small part of what they do. So, but obviously that's an enormous field. Woodworking is big in Chicago. There's a very diverse woodworking industry here. Shipping and receiving is an enormous industry with many opportunities. Manufacturers, distribution companies all hire shipping and receiving workers. So there's a lot of jobs out there. Both programs are tailored to prepare you for in-demand jobs, whether it's in wood products manufacturing or in the shipping and receiving training program. So I want to just close out with some words from my counterpart in the shipping program, William Molina. So he's just going to share a little bit about the philosophy of Greater Westtown and give you a little idea of kind of how the instructors see the program. So I'm going to get that one queued up here, and we'll take a look at Mr. Molina.
People come and they need help. You know, you got people that have been beat down by many systems that are out there. You got people that just have, you know, had hard luck, have committed errors and so on. Then you get people that come in organizations or specific groups that are, they try, let's change them, And my thing or my philosophy is people don't need to be changed, people need to be understood. Once people are understood, they'll have the willingness to hear the message that you bring that can help edify them to go out there and do better in life because they trust you. You understand? So you build that trust with the community, you build that trust with the people you work with. And when they see your passion and your desire, like one thing about Westtown I gotta say is that all the staff members that I work with, I'm proud to be a part of that team because they're all passionate, compassionate, hardworking, and committed to going the extra mile to just making sure that when a student comes here, you don't come here just for shipping and receiving, you don't come here just for woodworking or just a high school diploma, you come here for an experience, and that's what happens. They get an amazing experience and they all walk out saying, wow, I came for this program and look, I got so much more, you know, because there's life skills, there's motivation, there's so much that we do to help it's a holistic approach, and there's so much that we do to help our candidates succeed.
So that's really, for me, kind of encapsulates the whole philosophy of Greater Westtown, right? If there's no shame in reaching out for help, and we have designed the programs around the needs of the community. Again, looking at short-term training, no-cost training, training that is linked to high-impact jobs and high in-demand jobs. And so both programs are recruiting right now. And I want to just encourage you, don't think about what you can't do. Think about what you can do, and think about what you want to do. Think about your goals. And we can help you set some more detailed goals. But if you have a very simple goal of needing to get a job or just improving your life situation, we can help you with that. And I'm asking you to reach out to us or share this with someone who may benefit from one of our programs, and get in touch. There's no obligations. We're just we want to start a conversation with you. We have a couple other programs as well that you heard Mr. Molina refer to when he said high school diploma. We also have Westtown Academy, which is an alternative high school program, which is at the other end of our building. And we have an adult job placement unit. So if your job placement needs, if you need to start working tomorrow, reach out to us, and our adult placement unit will work their hardest to find something based on the skills you have already to get you into a job. If you're looking to advance your skills, get into a new field, get back into the workforce, you're not ready to go to work right away, then think about either the woodworking or the shipping and receiving program. And if you know a young person who needs to complete their high school diploma, then Greater Westtown's Westtown Academy is a great place for them to do that. So we're in the opening there, you saw a picture of our building. I just want to mention that we're very conveniently located at kind of the south end of Humboldt Park and the eastern edge of Garfield Park at the intersection of Franklin and Sacramento Boulevards, 500 North Sacramento Boulevard. Our contact information is in the About section of our page, and you can find other videos that go into a little more detail about programs. But again, best first step, I would say, is give us a call, send us an email, and we'll get you started, and we'll start talking about what the next steps are for you. So thank you for watching. I hope this has been informative and hopefully has inspired you to share this. And we'll be posting additional videos. I just wanted to do something that kind of covered all the programs here at Greater Westtown. So you can come out if you're interested in shipping and then you decide, well, I want to also take a look at the woodworking program, no problem. So you kind of have an idea of everything that we have to offer here, and then we can start talking and see what's best for you. All right, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.